Okay, now to try to finish recording an update on my life and how it's going. I don't know when the phone's gonna stop recording, but it will, and I won't know when, so I guess this is how I'm gonna keep uploading these videos, is with it abruptly stopping while I'm still, speaking, because I don't know when it'll stop. So I'm just gonna have to slowly post this one bit at a time. Okay, where I left off. My cat Babushka passed away, and I had to pay for her cremation, which meant I had to grab some of the money that I had hid away from my family so they couldn't keep taking it. That was really hard doing that because they kept finding all my hiding places and somebody was taking my money. It just which is why it really was a blessing to me with the people that hired me to walk their dogs, even though they didn't pay me every time. That's fine. It still was enough to get the money back up to where I needed it to put a deposit on the apartment that I'm in right now. Okay, but so after Babushka passed away, I go on my walks every day, and this little gray tabby is still following me around every day on my walks. Sometimes she'll come home with me and just sit on the porch and get some cuddles and get petted a little bit. She did something different though. A few days after my cat Babushka had passed, she decides to run inside, and my baby sister has like 14 cats or so, somewhere around that, and Minerva froze. And the other cats were staring at her too, so I quickly and quietly, and not like jumping on her quickly, but as fast as possible without startling the cats, because that would get them to attack Minerva, because then they'll think, that, yeah, they kind of like to get in a fight sometimes, so that's why I was worried, and I had to put her back outside. And then she did it again the next day, and for taking care of cats for about 21 years now, you learn that you never win an argument when it comes with a cat. Once they've made up their mind, they've made up their mind. So I took her in my room where she was going to be safe. And she was preggers. And poor baby had like 6 kittens. Yeah, that was a big litter. On average, they're about 4. When I've helped cats, through the birthing process, it's usually 4. One time it had been 2, and sadly, oh no, wait, 2 times it had been 2. The first ones that were just 2 came out adorable little fatties, and they were okay, but unfortunately, the other time I saw kittens that were born, very tiny, very sickly, and very sad that they didn't make it. And I've only seen a big litter one other time before Minerva as well. And yes, all those kittens, they survived and whatnot. What was hilarious is the one with the 2 kittens and the one with the 6 kittens were sisters. And they both were pregnant at the same time and pretty much gave birth around the same timing. And the one with 6 kittens was like, no. So the one with 2 kittens ended up being a foster mother for the other 6. So there she is with 8 kittens. Oh my god, she liked being a mommy kitty. She liked all that. It was just kind of funny. That's sidetracking though. But I did plan on keeping one of the kittens because I thought Minerva would need the company. Apparently not. So the kitten, along with her other five siblings, are with my sister, all getting spoiled and taken care of. And yes, that means she has more cats now than 14. And I have my little Minerva. I wasn't able to bring her immediately as I needed proper papers that she's my service cat. And thankfully, I did eventually get the proper papers because honestly, with all I've been through, I actually have very suicidal thoughts, and I didn't know how serious I was about going through with them till after Babushka died, and I didn't have Minerva with me, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to say anymore. Um, I do have her now though with me as my service cat for my anxiety and when I get depressed, and I don't really have suicidal thoughts anymore so much, and I think that's because after that moment of realizing how seriously I would do so, but how much I won't when I have my cat because it gives me a reason to live. And I pretty much tell myself nobody could love them or take care of them the way I do. And yep, that's pretty much what I tell myself. Maybe it's a lie. I don't know. But it's what I tell myself, and it keeps me from going through with doing the thing that's very difficult for people to conceive and understand, and that's someone who does not want to live anymore. Um, so, with that reality in my head of knowing how badly I want to, but also telling myself that nobody could take care of the cat as good as I do, um, I realized then that the reality of me of actually going through with it is not likely. So I think my brain just logically knows that now, and so the thoughts have just kind of gone away. Like, yeah, you have the kitty. You know you're not going to commit suicide now because you feel like you have to live for her. So I don't really have the thoughts anymore after that. Um, but yeah, that was a really hard point for me. Okay, but yeah. After though everything, has gone and done, and I live here now. I live in my own apartment. I did try looking for a job. I'm learning it's really difficult because most people or places of business they already have their employees set. They don't want anymore. They don't need anymore. So they're not gonna hire anymore. There's only one place I can find that might be looking for more employees because they're low staffed. But it's a little too far for me because it's not too far when the weather is warm because I don't mind walking. I'm good with that. That's pretty much how I get around when the weather is warm is biking and walking. I don't mind. But in the cold air, apparently I have mild arthritis in my knees and well, it fucking hurts. So I can't walk all the way over there in the weather when it's cold. I can't. It's really too painful. I mean, to get an idea of how it feels like, let's say if I took a nail and then just slammed it into your knee with a hammer. Except there's no hammer and there's no nail, there's just the pain. So your body can still function and walk, but it's fucking excruciating. And being that the weather is still, kind of cold and when the humidity, like when it's humid, it's just worse. It gets fucking worse. Um, yeah, so my knees have been killing me. I'm not really liking it so much, but I do have to get up and walk just to get some exercise because I don't know, it's just healthy to do, and I don't like sitting still as I have ADHD, so it's like it's really actually hard for me to do that, to sit still. Um, and I like working out, so I give myself a few moments in the day to walk around in the kitchen back and forth, not really going anywhere, just back and forth, just to get some exercise. No, fuck, yep, the weather is cold today, and it's I just shifted and moved, and now my left hip is like, fuck. My knees and my left hip have just been the fucking worst right now. Trying to get back on course of how I'm doing. Well, I have a couch now, or it's also known as a love seat, but I usually just call it a couch. I got TV, got an antenna. Gonna try to save up enough money to get a better one, because quite frankly, pretty much all I'm getting right now is one channel, and that pretty much leaves me with Dr. Phil to watch, and that's about it. And I'm not an expert in psychology, but when you study psychology, you start to realize why other psychologists are not really a fan of him too much. Yeah. But yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I've got a washer and a dryer, and the dryer belt broke, so I had to get that fixed, and I finally got that fucking fixed. Only for my washing machine to act up and flood my entire kitchen and dining room, and slowly, maybe like a foot of, just a little patch of a puddle made its way to the living room, so it really didn't make it there, just a little bit of water. So I had a huge mess to clean up. And I don't know if it's leaking from the barrel, like is it the washing machine itself, or if it's that tube, the pipe where the water is ejected, all the soapy, dirty water. If it's just that, then that's gonna be not too difficult to fix. I just need to get a sealer and something to tighten the tube onto the washing machine so it can eject the water without leaking all over the place. Gotta pay my bills first before I do that, though. So I've been like washing my laundry by hand right now, because that's pretty much the only option I have, and I've done it before, so it doesn't really bother me. The weather is cold. My mom has actually been taking me grocery shopping. So I have not like kicked her out of my life, really. I wanted to see how a relationship with her might go after moving out. I'm still a little tense and nervous, because I know this could switch out of nowhere. This could literally flip like a this words. This could flip like a switch out of nowhere. Because she's done that in prior times. So I'm still a little nervous then. I have not had any contact with my dad. I won't talk to him, and I won't allow him to be around me. And I'll just be blunt. If she ever tries to bring him around here, that'll be the end of it. I don't want any connection with them. If she were to do that, because that's where the line. That's where I draw the line. I can't have him around me, not after what he did to me as a kid, not after what was done to me by his father to me as a kid, which was worse, but I don't want to say any further, because that's too hard for me. And I have to just say it was worse, because it's a way for me to kind of distance it a bit so I can stay sane while talking about it. And the reality that he's just a psycho that enjoys people hurting, and that's all he's ever gonna be. He's not gonna change. He don't want to change. He doesn't give a fuck to change. And even if he were to show signs, I still wouldn't let him in my life, because at this point I just don't trust him ever to change. I just don't fucking trust him. He's never done it when I was growing up. He's not doing it now. In fact, has made clear he doesn't want to. And is actually more offended that somebody would speak up and say something as if it was a little secret. Rather than realize it's wrong and he should change that. He should apologize. But, so even if there was, I wouldn't trust him at this point at all. That to me, that's cut off. That's never going to happen again. I will not let him in my life. That's not allowed. Um, okay. I also, I kind of plan on getting a scooter if possible, like a little, like those little, it's a scooter, but it has like a little, motor attached to it. That's kind of what I'm hoping to get, so maybe I can apply down at the grocery store that's pretty close to me, but like I said, I can't walk in the cold weather. Mostly just trying to give any updated information again as possible. I guess I could say that it seems like things are going fine between me and my mom right now. I can't say it's like uber close, but then again, I'm not really sure how close I could feel after all she let me through and the things she's done. I don't think I could ever feel close, but, it, you know, as close as you can be in a relationship when somebody put you through all that, I guess it's okay. It's going okay. Um, and the relationship with me and my sister, kind of the same. Kind of the same. It's just mostly going okay. Uh, I wouldn't say there's this closeness there. To be honest, I don't think she wants a close relationship anyway, so I'm like, yeah. It's confusing. It's confusing when people act like they're happy to have you around one moment and then the next moment it can be something else. So it's very confusing, honestly, what to feel, I think, at this point. So it's mostly the relationship's okay, but I don't really see it as super close or like, yeah, that's about it. Um, oh, no, wait, I didn't, oh, thought I forgot to say something else. I'm like, wait, no, I didn't forget to say that. I guess another thing is I bought 2 cake pans because I'm hoping to maybe next time I'm out to go buy a cake and make a cake for my birthday. I was gonna have friends over, but COVID-19 had other plans, so that was kind of a bummer to me because honestly, every birthday kind of feels alone. I don't feel like I have anybody around that actually wants me there to exist or whatever. So I was really excited. I thought this year, yay, I'm gonna have some friends over. We can watch a movie, eat popcorn, whatever. And then COVID show up, and I'm like, damn you, COVID. Fuck, why you go fuck this up for me? But I don't know. I don't know. I guess I at least want my cake and I want to eat it still. So I'm probably gonna go get a cake and bake it and have a cake. I guess just a party of one. Well, not really a party. It's just I'm gonna eat cake. Um, yeah, I guess that's about it. I'm trying to find things I don't know that maybe make this update of my life a little more interesting, but it's really not. Especially things also that I have tried looking around to see if I could get a job ugh and then COVID shows up and it's like just fucking forget about looking for a job. You'll get fired immediately because that's what the companies are doing right now, and people are going on unemployment. It's like this. And don't worry, I am staying inside. I am behaving myself. Um, you know, because I got friends and family. You don't want to get sick, so I stay inside. I behave myself, and I only go outside to check my mail, throw away my trash, or when I go to get groceries. And I'm kind of thinking about taking that going to get grocery thing and. Sorry, my phone. Maybe it's the screen. I don't know if it's recording it like that too, but it keeps going dim and then bright. Oh god, if it records it like that, that's gonna be weird. I'm sorry. This is my ADHD just sidetracking all over again. It's good at that. Sorry. What was I talking? Oh yeah, that I only go outside when I'm taking out my trash, getting my mail, or going to get groceries, and I'm kind of thinking about using that pickup, thing that are at grocery stores. You pick what you want to purchase, and then you go to the side of the store. Sorry, tired. So you go to the side of the store and you pay and you pick up your groceries that you ordered and then you leave. So you don't actually go in the store and interact with people or look around. So it's kind of safer that way. Um, so I'm kind of thinking about doing that, but I'm not really good at technology, so I'm not really sure how well it's going to work out. Fuck, even when I'm at the cashier line trying to pay for my groceries, even then that gets confusing. I'm all like, crap, what am I supposed to sign on this again? What buttons do I press? I'm like, I'm just terrible when it comes to technology. Um but yeah, I guess that's about it with an update on my life and how I'm doing and how the relationship it is between me and my mom right now. Um I know something that people were wondering about, like, will my sister contact me? Um, the one that left, or my baby brother. Nope, that has not happened. Quite frankly, I don't want any contact from my brother. If he were to contact me, I think I'd be like, no. Because he's abusive, and I don't want to let that hell in my life. I don't think he'd ever try to make contact with me anyway, but if he did, it'd be like, no, I'm not going through that shit again. And as for my sister, I don't know how that would go, because honestly, um, I kind of see her mom is the same. Both want to be right, both have to prove the other wrong, and it's just this conflict. I don't know if those two are ever going to solve. I honestly don't think they will. If my sister were to ever make contact, though, I honestly would not try to get them in contact with each other. I'm all like, I don't want to be in this mix of the problems anymore. I want nothing to do with it. I wouldn't mind having both in my life, but I would not try to do anything to try to get those two to resolve it, because I don't think it would work. Um, the way I feel like when those two get around each other, it's like when you grab a magnet and you try to push the positive side to another positive side, or the negative side to the negative side. They just kind of push away from each other. It's kind of what it feels like with those two. Um, but I would be careful, too, like, if she did, because, you know, I just don't want more drama in my life, honestly. That's about it. So I think if she were, I would be open to it, but I would not be like, oh yay. I think I would be very, very, very cautious and kind of just see how it goes. Kind of like how I'm doing with my mom, just see how it goes. Uh, so far not too bad. But yeah, no, my sister and my baby brother have not contacted me at all. Um, yeah, can't really think of anything else to say. But yeah, I guess that's the update of how I'm doing and how the whole process of hell to even get here. But here I am. And I am gonna be bummed about my birthday. That is a bummer. Maybe, I don't know, maybe next year will be better. But yeah, I mean, to my few family and friends that watch, I love y'all. Uh, this is just updating, and I probably should stop rambling now, but my ADHD is like, there could be more to tell. And I'm like, we're done ADHD. My brain's like, no, we're not. I think that's honestly why I kind of ramble sometimes. My brain does not know how to shut off. So this is the part where I force myself to make my brain shut off and just stop recording and say I love everybody and I hope you're having a good day. Oh, I did forget. My oracle card readings. I might get back to those now that I realize this phone will record for some time. Um, so I might get back to those. Maybe. I don't know. But, till then, this is an update, and I'll just kind of post little videos still that I like here and there. Like my kitty Minerva, after she had her first interaction with catnip. She apparently loves sugar when you give her catnip. She loves sugar. So I'll probably keep posting videos like that too. Okay, now I'm really done. I love everybody. You have a good day.